What's going on, guys? Giovanni with Southern Hills here. I am with Miss Sharon today, and we recently purchased a house from her here in Dallas. Miss Sharon, could you tell us a little bit about the process of, selling your home to us here?
Yes, I was calling around looking for people to purchase a house that my mom left behind. She had just recently passed, and I was starting to feel hopeless. I was already feeling depressed, and I don't remember where I found Mr. Giovanni's. I don't know where I found this, but he came out and he went in, looked at the house, and he said, no one else but him came out, and he said, I see some potential, and I'm like, you do? Cause I just felt bad. The house wasn't the perfect house, but it was my mom's house, and I wanted to do what she wanted me to do. And I talked to him, told him what I wanted. He gave me an offer, but I told him what my mom wanted. So he said, well, let me go talk back to my guys. And so he came back the next day, and he had an offer, and it was better. I really truly know that everything that I had told him and spoke with him about, he heard me. He didn't just try to hurry up and buy and try to surrender me. He listened to me. He listened to what I had to say and how I felt. So that made a difference to me. So it was almost like when you pray and you like, please send someone that I can go ahead and get this done, come through, and like if something fell out of the sky. That's the way it felt to me at that time.
Well, that's amazing. We really appreciate that, Miss Sharon. It was a pleasure, working with you, hearing your family story. I understand there was a lot of like paperwork involved and things like that we had to do. From the beginning, typically you can list a property on market with a realtor or sell it off market with an investor. As far as the paperwork goes in the process, do you feel comfortable with the whole thing and that we kept you in the loop with everything and you understood it all?
I mean, it was amazing. Anything I had to ask, any question I said, any concern I had, and I didn't know. He didn't say, the guy, Mr. Giovanni, he didn't say much. He just heard. I mean, he was a very good listener. He heard the concerns. He addressed the concerns. I mean, the paperwork was very smooth. They did. I didn't have to do anything other than call everyone together that needed to sign the paperwork. But other than that, they did everything. One time I called and I said, I thought that they weren't gonna go through with it. He said, oh no, we already started. So I was very shocked that everything was just, it went well, it went quick, and I appreciate it because I live in Georgia. I was flying back and forth, and they was even diligent with me coming back and forth, was trying to make sure that I didn't have to continue to fly back and forth. They worked with me. It was excellent. I couldn't ask for anything better the way they worked with me with the paperwork.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it, Ms. Sharon. It was a pleasure working with you, your siblings, very sweet family, and we thank you for your business in the process, and we're working on the house as we speak, and we're pretty excited about it. So thank you again for working with us. And any last or final thoughts you wanted to share with anybody that would think about working with us?
Yes, these guys, anything that you have to say, well, I know this guy worked with me from the beginning all the way to the end. And every concern, if you want someone that listens, that he might not verbally say it, but I guarantee you, every issue that I had concern with him, he addressed it. He addressed it in a beautiful way. He was honest, he was truthful, he never said anything wrong to any of my siblings, he was upfront. But he brought the paperwork. He made it work. He made it work to where it fitted my benefits. I was hurting. I was in pain. I was all over. But he made it fit for me, and I believe he would do that for anybody. I wouldn't worry about anything that you would be concerned about, because anything that needs to be addressed, anything that pops up, they they work on it. They will get around it. They are diligent in getting the work done. I mean, I can't say no more because they did it for me. I am a prime example. I'm not. They haven't bribed me. My mom had just passed, and this was like an angel for me. It was so much on my burden on me that and he saw that, and he said, I noticed the burden. Even in anything, whatever extra I needed help with that he didn't have to do, he did it. He went over and above that he needed to do for me. So, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. I can't say anything different from what he really did. He took so much burden off of me dealing with the stuff I was dealing with that. No, some people probably would have just. I mean, I've been a salesman before. Once they get the sales, that's it. They don't care.
Right.
But this salesman is different. He hear you, and that makes it different. He hear you, he feel you, he treat you as I could have been his mama or his sister, cause he really treated me that way, like I was his family member. So that makes a difference.
No, I appreciate the kind words, Ms. Sharon. We always try to treat the situation with as much care as we can, like if it was our own transaction, and we appreciate the kind words, and we thank you for your business and spending time with us throughout this transaction. I know it was about a month or so. And again, we thank you, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right.